For several months here on Music Business Monday, I've been talking about how easy it is for a serious artist to begin and drive a thriving music career as an independent artist without the machinery of a traditional record label in this day and age. Today on Music Business Monday, I'm going to be sharing with you some things that should help and inspire you to begin your own journey. And that's what's coming up. Hey, I'm Akurios and I'm back at you again with another episode of Music Business Monday. And it's been a while. We've been away for a couple of weeks, and that's because I've been focusing on some things that are going to introduce some change to how things operate here in my business, in the studio, and also on this channel. And you'll be getting updates and news regarding that shortly. Apart from that, I released a single a little over a week ago. It's on iTunes, Spotify, everywhere. You can just look it up, and it's also on this channel. The video is on this channel. You can look it up and enjoy. And thank you if you have listened to it, if you've seen the video and you've dropped your comments and you really love it. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. But if this is the first time you're seeing me, I'm Akurios. I'm a musician, a music producer, amongst other things, and I'm here to help musicians find the courage to pursue a career in music and earn a living in the process. So if that's something you're interested in, then go ahead and subscribe to the channel and tap the notification bell so that you're notified when there's new content on this channel. All right, like I said, a little over a week ago, I released a single titled Ngozi. Now, the song is all over the place. It's in all the stores, in all the streaming sites. You can go ahead and look for it. And it's also on this channel. Of course, as a music producer, I produced it myself. As a vocalist, I performed it myself also. As a musician, I played the instruments on it also, from the guitars, the pianos, everything. And I also did some programming. Now, you may not be able to do every single thing regarding the production of your song, but in that area, you would need help. You would need to get people who can do these other things that you can't do, you know, to come on board and to play certain roles in the project. But the whole point I'm making is this. If you are a serious artist who is committed to your career, if you are someone who is talented, if you're someone who has a song, someone who writes songs and someone who writes music, someone who has the willingness, the boldness, the will to actually go out there and record something, 2020, this day and age that we find ourselves in, has all the tools that you need and all the platforms that you need to present your own music to the world. That's the first thing I'm going to share with you today. And I've also talked about publishing your own music by yourself. Now, platforms like online aggregators like DistroKid have made that possible. I use DistroKid because I like the way they operate. And together with the social media tools that we have available in this day and age, you can make noise about your work whenever, wherever. So I decided to practice what I preach once again, and I released the single by myself, put it out there on social media, distributed it via DistroKid, and it's all over the internet. If you look for it, you will find it. And that's what I expect. That's what I actually hope that every independent artist, that every single person who has a song, who writes songs, who can perform their songs, does. So if you have the courage to do this, please go ahead and do it. There's nothing stopping you right now. I mentioned earlier that you don't need the machinery of a traditional record label to help you with the distribution, to help you with the production and all that, and everything that goes with a record label artist relationship. You don't need the machinery, but you need money to make things happen. Of course, you don't need to spend too much money, but there are two areas that you need to spend money. Two main areas that you need to spend money as an independent artist who is releasing a song or releasing an album. Okay, and these two areas are the production phase and the promotion phase. Now, the production phase is the phase where you are creating the song. All right, you're creating, translating the song idea from your mind or from your manuscript or from your music song books to a product, to the most portable form it can be in which you're going to now distribute it to the entire world. because the entire world has to hear it, so it has to be in that format. It could be an MP3 or a WAV file. Getting it to that point where it goes from being a song idea, where it goes from just being words and melodies to a final musical work, okay, that is now portable and able to be presented wherever to whomever in whatever part of the world. Now that costs money, okay? That's the production phase. You need a music producer, a recording studio, and all that. So you have to spend money in that regard. All right. Now, except you're a music producer like myself, and even if you're a music producer like myself, and even if you own a studio like myself, you'd still need to spend some money. But if you don't own a music studio, if you don't own a recording studio, and you are not a music producer, and you don't have any music production skills, then you're going to have to employ people to do these things for you, and that will cost money. The second phase where you're going to have to spend some money is the promotion phase. Now, in this particular phase, you need to get the music out there. DistroKid doesn't charge a fortune. It's just about $20 for a year's worth of uploading your music and distributing your music. So that's not too much money. When it comes to actually getting people to hear your music, when it comes to presenting your music in front of people so that they can view your music on their devices, so that they can hear about you, so that they can talk about you, so that they can, enjoy what you have created, it requires a bit of spending, because you're going to have to use online platforms like blogs, if you like, social media influencers, if you like, Facebook ads, Instagram ads, YouTube ads. Now, all these things are powerful tools that will help you promote your music and get your music out there so that enough people hear about it and see it. Because you may think, oh, why don't I just post it on my channel, on my page, on my Facebook profile? Isn't that enough? No, that's not enough. Because, for instance, the Facebook algorithm works like this. If you have, say, 4,000 friends, the regular posts that you make on your account do not get to all those 4,000 people. No, they don't. It doesn't even get to up to 10% of the people that are on your friend list. Now, that's just the way the algorithm works. I don't know why. You don't know why. I don't know anybody who knows why exactly, but Facebook knows why. Instagram knows why. It's the same thing on these platforms. Probably because they are trying to encourage you to spend some money and do some ads. Okay, so, and you're gonna have to do that if you want more people to see your posts and to see the things that you're trying to promote. Okay, so Facebook ads are cool and could get you your views. However, I would also advise and recommend that you try different things at the same time. I talked about social media influencers. There are social media influencers that have a strong following, and this strong following are very active. And that's why this method is quite effective, because social media influencers have what we call engagement. They have serious engagement on their platforms. People are liking, commenting, asking questions, always engaging on their platforms. But I would advise that if you were to use a social media influencer's platform to promote your music, don't just pay the fee and send your files. Make sure that this social media influencer is actually going to promote and talk about what you're trying to promote. Talk about your song, talk about your single, talk about the album to their following, so that it gets the following talking back about it. Because if they talk about it, then their fans are going to talk about it. So if a social media influencer has, say, 100,000 followers or 500,000 followers or 1 million followers, and about 10-15% of that population is engaging on their platforms, that could work for you if the social media influencer does a good job of promoting your content. Now let's talk about music blogs a bit. Now, I'm not a big fan of the common idea of just posting your music on some blogs or 500 blogs. Some people come to you and they say, I can get your song on 50 blogs. Now, it's important that those blogs are not ghost blogs, because if your song is going to sit on 50 blogs and there's no traffic, there's no serious traffic, and even if there's traffic, the traffic is not engaging, the traffic is not talking about your music, the traffic is not, nothing is coming out of it, then it's a waste of your money. Quite a number of online music blog owners brag about the traffic that comes to their sites and all that, but at the end of the day, it's all about the engagement. It's all about the likes, the comments, the shares. It's all about engagement. And that's what you should be paying for. So you could decide to spend some money on Facebook ads, Instagram ads, YouTube ads, social media influencer platforms, online blogs, if that's what you want to do. But also bear this in mind. In the period that you are promoting your music, you have to be focused on your music. If it's a single or an album, that should be all you do for that period of time. That should be all you talk about. That should be all you post about. That should be all you are doing every single day to get people talking about it. Because if you are not engaging on your content, you can't expect anybody else to engage on your content. So plan your single release, plan your album release. If it's going to be promoted for a 2-week period, if it's going to be promoted for a 3-week period, or for a month period, then focus on that. Focus on that and let people see that you are completely and totally committed to letting people see what you have just created. Okay, that's not the time to get involved in political arguments. It's not the time to get involved in all kinds of stuff flying around the social media space. It's a time for you to focus on what you are trying to get people to see. And you are the most important seller of your product. You are the chief ambassador of your content. So if you found that helpful, tap the like button, give me a thumbs up, and also share the video to as many people as you wish. If there's any independent artist that you know that needs to hear some of these things, go ahead and get them to see this video. All right, I'm Akurios, and I'll see you next time.